The JSS clan's at it again. The Mister in the blue here, playing as Poseidon, going up against Hasup as the Norse, as Odin. One and all, welcome back to the Age of Mythology action. We're back again. I forget the name of this map, but we keep coming here. I feel like we've been here a few times, actually. Gonna be an interesting one, actually. So more Poseidon play on, I'd say, a map that has more lanes to try and rapidly run down with the cavalries. Wait, this is the one we played last time, right? Yeah, so last time it was Recon versus Hasup, and that game, I think Recon got a little bit shenanigan-y, right, on watering holes. I'm curious to see what Mister's approach is going to be. This time, I think last time, was it not? It was Poseidon last time, right? Yeah, so double Poseidon. Love this, he's already baiting in the elephant and using the TC to fire it down, so a big chunk of food is going to be coming into his economy. You'd think this elephant would have a problem with this all, but the stone just looks so pretty. I can't believe that actually works. That poor elephant. 750 food, now up for grabs though, so nice start for Mister. Hasup on the other side. I wonder how he's going to open this. We've seen a lot of players on, not just Loki, but actually on Odin as well, play very aggressive, almost with like proxy bases, I want to say. But I think this is going to be a bit more of a chill beginning. Let's check the relics though, it's always a big deal. If the spawns are generous to you. Mother's Bow is going to be there, so the extra range could be pretty cool, maybe for like axeman spam. I don't think you're going to see archers too quickly from Poseidon. The sledge, I think sledge is kind of okay. I think definitely I'd say that the Norse use it more because they tend to build more of their strongholds than you'll see out of the Greeks. Odin's spear could be intriguing. If you feel like you need to react to Cav, I feel like actually this should be a blocker because you don't want to give your opponent an easy counter, so Mister would definitely benefit from removing this from the map quickly so he doesn't get extra damage against him in counterplay. And then I think, what else we got here? Ring of the Nibelung. Pretty nice overall. Like, I actually think Mister has a pretty good spawn for relics. One that would be really good for his opponent that he can easily take away, and another one that's just free economy later in the game. And Greeks tend to get into those heroes fairly quick, so easy peasy. It's like we're already getting to age 2. Hermes is going to be the choice. Makes a lot of sense, right? Poseidon on land is pretty much, I want to say, almost exclusively Cav as your primary focus, unless you get forced off of it. I believe that gives him access to... Is it the surrender as well? I'm trying to remember. No, it's not surrender. Yeah, there we go. Surrender. I don't know what I call it surrender. Diplomacy or ceasefire. I'm going to call all the wrong things first. So ceasefire is pretty handy. We saw how useful it was later in the game, in the Recon Hasup game, when he came in with this backstab play. And first relic is going to be grabbed. It is going to be that trickle of gold. So 30 gold per minute. Not too bad of a grab this early in the game. It's not like Theseus doesn't have any other value but grabbing relics. Can be pretty handy down the line. Tech is on the way. On the other side, it is going to be the Heimdall choice. So Einherjar on the menu. That does mean there isn't going to be any healing fountain, though. Can it? Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm an idiot. That's Loki, isn't it? Yeah. So Odin, I think Loki's the only one that gets the healing fountain, right? So I think Odin games, we've always been seeing Heimdall so far, bar maybe one. And this guy is pretty useful for the initial fights, right? The Einherjar very slow to move, but remember, his horn, which he honks when he's ready for a fight, I don't know what you thought I was going to say, allows him to give the movement speed and attack speed over. But yeah, early Centaur play just to be annoying. We talked about this in the previous game. This Centaur play is kind of underwhelming in mass. But the initial one can at least be a little bit annoying. The idea is that with your casted ability, where you saturate an area with arrows, you can force your opponent to move his economy. And I don't know. One is going to get activated just to try and chase him away here. Hesse will not be quick enough to catch up to that Centaur. And I believe behind this, it is going to be stable play. So Hippias is now on the way for Mister. Reaction's going to be what? Probably more hearses. No, we're switching straight into raiding cavalry. So he's just looking to mirror, right? This is going to turn into a cav on cav type game. Center though. Wait, did he just... Yep, Atlanta with the moves. We talked about the idea of just taking away the counter cavalry infantry buff. And he does that with this relic. In fact, right now, it looks like Mister is just dominating in the relic department. He's taking all the high value ones, right? The one that would be good for his opponent, and also the ranged advantage if he ever wants to switch down into archers further down the line. Did we hit predictions? I don't think we set our predictions. Let me do that quickly for you guys, actually. I'm going to make it short. I'm going to give you guys a minute, but I've got gambling addicts. What can I say? Second TC on the way, though. So Mr. just trying to get an eco advantage. Makes sense. His opponent's just boxed in. It's kind of weird, right? Like when you see someone play mass cavalry, but mirror at home, you need to do something to take advantage. You can't raid them because they'll block you. So naturally, it just makes a lot more sense to switch eco. You do need to be a little bit careful because if they catch you doing that, they can punish. But that's where this is a really strong choice, right? Ceasefire gives you that flexibility to block them if they can't raid you now. Atlanta is so good. I'm always baffled with just how good she is. It's the movement speed more than anything else. 5.8. She is quicker than your actual cavalry units. Actually, no, it's what, 0.1 slower? Still, this girl, she don't skip like this. Looks like the MAME effect is coming into effect. Just a reminder to people from like other games like Age of Empires 4, there's a MAME hit. When you get hit by these units, and units in general, you lose some of your movement speed. It's meant to stop kiting from being as like strong, or rather, if you get caught, it's meant to punish you a bit more. They're coming in. Give me a commitment. Looks like Mr. Rav is just trying to out-micro, and he's going to be able to do so. Hippias with the extra health and damage proving to be the victors here despite the outnumbering. Nice hit there. So Hasup has to back up. Has got the second wave coming, so notice that Mr. is not going to contest that too long. Remember, he's got the second TC, so right now he doesn't really want to commit to an all-in fight. He just wants to try and keep his opponent far enough away that he can bloat behind this. I've also got the Raxes added in, so Hoplite switch up should be on the menu. In fact, the first have already arrived, and that's a bit worrisome, actually. Hasup hasn't transitioned yet. He's got longhouses in the center coming, though, so he will have the production rate to fight this offensively. Meanwhile, raiding cavalry are going to find their way around. He's going to be forced to react to that. Lanta still just being cheeky here. So it will be a breakout in time there. Love the fact that Hasup is still probing here. He has to as well. He's still 1 TC. He's falling behind right now. I'm not sure he even realizes it, because when we check vision, he's never checked. He hasn't even scouted that part of the map, so he has no clue that Mr. is on 2 TC. You might suspect it at this stage, like the army is too small, so either it's a tech or it's a TC play. And funnily enough, it kind of looks like it might be both coming out from him, because Aphrodite's just got queued up. Mr. with a 2 TC fast age-free build. It's not something I would have expected. And this is sick, right? The Nemean Lions are super effective here. Think about what happens now. If you hard commit as Hasup, the Nemean Lion will stun your entire army. And then Hoplite can just get in position to stab you down ASAP. This is really crafty. Looks like we've got an even bigger commitment coming in. So transition into Berserk is now on the way. Hasup is going to move in to punish this tech. And wait, that's a big mistake there. Oh my god, he's making Aphrodite in this one. He's quick enough. Ceasefire's going to save him though. Sarcastic golf clap. He pressed the button. But no, seriously, this is so important. And this is why Ceasefire is so good for more greedy plays for Poseidon, right? It just allows you to go 2CC. It allows you to tech up. In a game where he should have been ultimately punished, he gets away with the age free. Wow. And Hasup realizes, and immediately the convert. An absolute catastrophe now. Hasup. Nemean Lions on the way. Mr. able to stun him up. Not the best of attacks here, but should be good enough. And Hasup is now in a bit of trouble. He needs to get more troops over here ASAP. Nemean Lion should have another roar coming off cooldown soon. There's not much of an army to help with it, but there's not enough of an army to beat down the Lion either. He's eaten. Woo! Hey! This is going to have to shift him away. I think you just want to maybe try to garrison him the other side. But you got to ask the question, has Hasup got enough punch behind this now to close it out? Food has at least been blocked on the south side, but there's still potential access to the north. And we do now have Hyperpists coming in. A solid defense against these mass berserks. Nemean line survives. And look at that bar now. Tell me he hasn't just turned it all around. I wouldn't believe you. Hyperbist frontline is big enough now. The Lion survives on 60 HP. And now Hasub is in a world of pain. He's 1 TC. He's an age behind. He's not stockpiled to move up. He's in a death swirl of non-stop berserkers that are each fight faring worse and worse. The Wolves are going to slow him down on trying to break through here, right? Buys more time for Mr. to close this gap. Mr. needs this as well. You can see he's walling up the north side. Just get that army in position, but I think with this many Hyperpists, it's good enough, right? Remember, these guys get 5 times more damage against infantry, which makes up the majority of the army from Hasub right now. We also have this coming. Upgrade for the infantry. Villagers are going to have to run through the gates. And that's exactly what they're for. The rest of the eco did pull back. That's now a 16 villager lead for Mr. Hasub has got a bigger army, but you have to question the quality of that army. Axemen can perform quite well here. I think it's his biggest redeeming quality for him right now, actually. I'm wondering, what's the plan now coming out from Mr.? It's just fully investing in the infantry, isn't it? Yeah. Heavy infantry upgrades on the way. So, well, he went, I think, from, was it 5 to 6.6? If I remember correctly, this takes you up to, is it 7.8 damage? Not to mention the extra HP on these guys. 105 right now. About to go up to about 120. Yeah, 119. 7.8. Yeah. This is hard now. Hasub did at least buy time to get the upgrade. Njord is on the way. So let's give you the Mountain Giant opening. And I believe that's the trees, right? That gives him the trees. So if he can draw attention elsewhere, he could just summon trees on the backside and cause some nuisance. In the meantime, we have got Fortress drop. So Mr. pretty cozy now. Honestly, I don't think this is a big enough army to break this position either. He has to realize it, surely. I don't think he sees what we see, though, right? He doesn't know about what's waiting behind this. He baits him in range, and the Fortress revealed. Luckily, he did have the Horn buff still to back out quickly. Nemean line. What's he up to? Wait, is he going to raid the economy? I think he is. Mr. Confident his army is big enough to attack this, but here we go. Summoning the trees. It's going to be an attack on the town center. Meantime, Nemean line knows exactly where to go. He's going to find the villagers and munch down, chow down big time here. Town center starting to be assaulted. Nemean line looming. Doesn't quite see it yet, though. The distraction is in. The attack comes through, but the Hyperpists are engaging. I don't think this is enough. I don't think he's even going to get the TC at this pacing. Trees are being ignored. Keeps on the edge, and it forces the commitment. God power comes out. He has to commit it. So Undermine will get rid of the town center, but the value has already been found. Military advantage has switched hands here. Mr. now ahead. The Lion, able to strike in and pass, is going to be able to hit the economy soon. In the meantime, the main army is now able to push back. Damn, this is rough. The eco lead is really starting to show here. Nemean line, here we go. Honey! This is going to add up over time, guys. He has to kill it now or just back entirely away, but he doesn't realize because Mr. is forcing a fight. He has a newly refreshed Nemean line to stun the main army. That's it. GT comes out. Mr. able to hunker down and lean on those lions to take the lead.